All right, we'll go ahead and go with it here. Welcome to both mics. I am Mike Sofka, and
Mike
that
Taylor.
is, there you go. That's him. That's the man. How you doing, Mike?
Good. What episode are we on today?
We are on episode 8, which comes after episode 9 for some reason this time.
But before 3.
Yes, but after 3.
Read the shirt.
Yes, so if you're following along, it's like a movie where it goes in and out of timelines.
Yeah, it's exactly like Star Wars because, like, as you go from 3, 4, and 5 to 1, 2, and 3, the CGI and the effects and the editing gets better. So it's out of order, but in order.
Yeah, so if you watch Star Wars in order, like the way it's supposed to be, in that middle part, you're like, what the heck's going on? I feel like I'm watching a movie from the 70s.
Exactly. Like, I know exactly why that's hovering, because it's not fully shown, and it's on a block over there. Come on, guys. What is this, 1977?
Well, thank you for joining us. Hopefully you're checking us out wherever you get your podcasts. We're on YouTube, we're on Facebook, we're just about everywhere, so I'm not even going to mention all the places. It's almost an embarrassment, but I mean, you know, anywhere big, Spotify, iHeart,
Google.
Google.
Get a podcast, bothmics.com.
Yes, absolutely. We have the videos up too, so if you're hearing us on just audio, there is a video. And if you're seeing just a video, you can also take that on the road for audio.
Yep.
Good stuff. Hey, I'm looking this week, and we've had a lot of natural disaster stuff happening in the world lately, and it's kind of weird. Iceland was just hit with 18,000 earthquakes in just over a week, and a major eruption is predicted.
18,000 in a week?
Yeah, and now they're saying that they have a volcano eruption that could be imminent now.
Really?
Yeah, so it's bad to be in Iceland, I guess, right now.
Yeah, well, it's always been bad to be in Iceland. Wasn't there like such an ash flow coming out of that volcano in Iceland that you couldn't fly from London to New York because of it?
Well, first of all, I'm calling shenanigans on the name, because if you look up Iceland, there's no ice, and if you go to Greenland, it's all ice and no green.
Right.
So yeah, I'm calling shenanigans right first calf out of the chute.
Exactly.
But
they had issues because of, ash gets in an airplane, a jet engine, it shuts down, and the way they go, like, they don't go this way from New York to London or this way. Either way, they couldn't do it. They had to stop flights for a while there because of the ash. So, but 18,000, God, it was 168 hours in a week.
Yeah, it's crazy. They said it's basically like a nonstop 24-hour-a-day earthquake of different, very, very, different magnitudes. They say, according to thehill.com, despite earthquakes being a common occurrence in Iceland, the country wasn't prepared for the events of the past week, which included a mind-boggling 18,000 earthquakes that hit the island in a span of about a week. The earthquake swarm which began on February 24th with a magnitude 5.7 earthquake, the largest to date, and was followed by thousands of smaller ones.
Wow. You ever feel an earthquake?
Yeah, I did. I slept through one in California. The first one I was ever through, I had just gotten done. I think we talked in the past about me working at Yellowstone National Park. I met a friend from California. I'd never been there, wanted to go there, so I went with him, left Yellowstone, stopped in Vegas on the way, stopped in Idaho and then Vegas, and then went to California and stayed there for about a month, halfway between San Diego and LA and Mission Viejo.
Okay,
and
cool.
I was at his house sleeping on the floor in his room when they had that famous earthquake where, like, David Letterman was getting under the tables and stuff live on air. It was a weird thing, but I was on the floor asleep, and he was waking me up, telling me that the water in his waterbed was sloshing around.
Was that like 95-ish?
No, that was in like 90, 89, 88. No, it was in 87. Yeah, 87.
Wow. Okay. The only earthquake I've been in was, believe it or not, in Florida. Living right there in Claremont, very south Claremont, almost the Polk County. And I'm in the living room, and all of a sudden, everything starts going just like this, back and forth, for about 10 seconds, just enough to kind of realize, okay, what's happening, and then it stops.
Wow.
It comes out that particular earthquake was outside of Port Charlotte in the Gulf of Mexico.
Oh, yeah?
Just the way it came up,
Huh.
you able to feel it where we were.
Well, they say Iceland has about 30 active volcanoes, but volcanologists have attempted to ease residents' fear over an impending eruption. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think if I'm in Iceland, I'm getting out of there. Number one, because it's Iceland, and number two, because, well, it sounds like there might be earthquakes and volcanoes and fire falling from the sky, and the sky is falling, and Chicken Little's running around. It's crazy. Well,
the fact that it's called Iceland.
Well, not to be outdone.
Yeah.
Not to be outdone, New Zealand is saying, whoa, 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 you're taking all our steam here, Iceland, stop. So they've issued a national advisory. They're having a tsunami might hit them following the magnitude 7.3 earthquake they had just east North Island, New Zealand. We expect New Zealand coastal areas to experience strong and unusual currents and unpredictable surges at the shore.
Interesting. Was this recently? Well,
Yeah.
How recent was it?
March 5th, which is what today as we're recording. Now that I've given that out, great. Now people are going to know how long it takes me to get this thing together here. No, it's in the past 24 hours. Both stories in the past 24 hours.
Yesterday is tomorrow in New Zealand, isn't it?
I think they're ahead, aren't they?
I don't know. Depending which way you go. You go across the international date line.
I'm gonna tell you what's happening. I'm gonna tell you why all these earthquakes are happening. I'm gonna tell you why there's volcanoes. I'm gonna tell you why all this stuff is happening. It's all because of Elon Musk and Starlink.
It's Starlink, huh?
It's got to be. That's the only thing that's going on right now is the Starlink stuff. Every day they're sending up a rocket. They just sent these two up to launch another 60 Starlink satellites, and the spaceship, whatever they want to call it, Starship, comes back down to land on the pad, and it lands down. Everything's great. They did two. They did one in Florida and one in Houston. They did them both almost simultaneously, like a day apart. And when they landed the one in Houston, while it was sitting on the pad after landing, it caught fire and exploded. So that's not a good thing.
Starlink one, or is that the big fat rocket ship that's going to Mars eventually?
This is called Starship, and I looked up what Starship is, and even Elon Musk today put out a tweet about the fallen Starship, saying something about it's in Valhalla now. The SN-10 is in Valhalla, and that's because he was tweeting with the theme of Vikings and so forth about the mission before. He said they were cyber Vikings of Mars. So the Starship blew up, but here's the deal. They're saying they're landing like 60 of these Starlink satellites. They're throwing them up there in lower orbit. It's a lower orbit than the high orbit where most satellites are. Soon they're going to be able to launch up to 400 at a time. And this is all for high-speed, low-latency broadband internet.
In Ethiopia.
No, it's supposed to be like a dish network thing where you're going to take a dish.
Worldwide, but it's supposed to be to help and access for people who live in Ethiopian areas of Siberia and places where they can't get high-speed internet now.
They can't get food or water there. What the hell are we doing?
Yeah, exactly.
So you bring a computer and put it online? They're going to eat that? They're going to drink that?
You better make sure you have good battery life.
No, I think they're saying that because of all this Bitcoin stuff, all this 5G. They're looking at 6G right now. They're saying that we're going to need better broadband. And so I looked up this Starlink because it's in a beta test right now. And I can order it at my house. I can get it right now if I want it. They're going to charge me $4.99 for hardware, $99 a month for service, $50 shipping and handling, and taxes $35. But it says I only have to pay $99 today. So I don't know if that other money just falls away, if they're paying it or what, but it sounds like for $99 a month, you're going to get the fastest internet anywhere else.
Yeah. Well, they said you can actually see it when it comes overhead. It's supposed to be a line of white lines. And there's actually an app that I actually have on my phone that shows when it's available in your neighborhood, or when it comes overhead and you can go outside and look.
Right. Well, they're saying it's going to be
Starlink. Find Starlink. And it says right now, sorry, no timing found for good visibility in the next 10 days or 5 days. But I can find poor visibility on the 9th of March at 7:29 p.m. If I look north to northeast, it'll come from 10 degrees to 12 degrees. So it's going to be like that. It probably won't even go above the trees. But I have actually looked at this and set timers to go outside and look if I can see up in the sky and see this Starlink go above. And I have yet to see it.
No, I saw it. I saw it one time, yeah.
I've seen the International Space Station go overhead.
Yeah.
That was real cool. But as far as the Starlink thing, nope, haven't seen it. Besides pictures that you see on the internet and on the news. But yeah.
Well, they're saying that the low latency equals better video calls, better online gaming. Like you pointed out, ideal for rural and remote communities. And they're saying they're also preserving the night sky. They say the Starlink teams have worked closely with leading astronomers around the world to better understand the specifics of their observations and engineering changes we can make to reduce satellite brightness. In other words, they don't want it clogging up the night sky, interfering with looking at the stars or what have you, which supposedly, when they put these things up, they're supposed to kind of like disappear from the naked eye after a day somehow.
Yeah. Well, they get farther up. But as far as like obstructing the night sky and stars, I'll tell you, like, growing up, God, how long for living really 20 miles from New York City. As the crow flies, 20 miles from New York City for me, and looking up in the sky and seeing stars, you see some stars. And that's all you have ever known is to see some stars. I went to college in Austin, and like the third night I was there, I met my wife now. That's the fourth night. And then we drove that night that we met from Austin to San Antonio and stopped along the way. She had a little two-seater convertible, and I remember looking up and going, holy smokes! What? Really?
Where all these stars come from?
Exactly. Seriously. 5 times the amount of stars.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable the amount of stars I saw.
Yeah.
And she's like, what? Huh? Like, she was confused.
Yeah.
That I was looking at the same sky I always looked at and saw something different. Now, between Austin and San Antonio, they're almost connected by city. There's San Marcos, New Braunfels, Buda, Kyle, and San Antonio and Austin are almost connected now, and the light pollution is so bad that it's no different than being in New Jersey, New York City, looking at the next.
Crazy.
It's sad. It's sad.
Well,
if you ever have a chance to see it like that, it's unbelievable. Like, you swear you're someplace like that.
Well, SpaceX, according to SpaceX, they had previously said that the company had expected to have its coverage over much of the globe at a constellation size of around 1,200 satellites. But the company has plans to launch more than 30,000 to fully build out its network capacity and speed. This is where I'm calling foul right now. You're letting... I mean, it's all good. He's the hero. He's doing great. He's got big companies. They're making money. Everybody's doing this. But we're letting somebody put 30,000 things in the air that are the size of an automobile, and they're interconnected. It's like a net around our planet. We're giving this guy total control. I don't get it.
This is a joke. Just he's throwing crap up there. Works now. How long is the obsolescence of stuff like that? It'll be there for 10 years, 25 years.
And where's this stuff going to fall when it comes out? Because what goes up must come down.
Yeah, and you've seen that happen many times. So, it's, 30,000.
Yeah, I don't understand how that happens. And that's why I'm saying this is all something's up here with all the stuff that's happening around the globe, storms and all this. They did a thing. I saw a thing online. There was some sort of electronic magnetic storm that they said they had recently discovered. And I'm reading more of the story, and the story was put out in the past 24 hours, and it showed a graphic, and it looked like the northern lights in a hurricane. And what happens is when these solar flares come down from the sky and they're intercepted at the northern pole area where the northern lights are, under specific conditions, they're creating a hurricane-like situation, a large hurricane, and it's actually raining down electrons because of the magnetic pole combined with these rays. And you're not going to believe this. They said that this is a big deal and this is something we should worry about. Guess when this storm happened?
Happened?
Yes, it was just reported in the last 24 hours. September 2014.
Okay.
I'd like a little quicker notice next time. This isn't a damn pizza where you're just going to refund me. I want to know if the planet's going to blow up then. I don't want to wait 7 years.
Wow, 7 years.
6.5 years, whatever.
Maybe they're waiting for the statute of limitation.
Is it really going to matter? I mean, I'm thinking about putting out a wager, creating some sort of wager platform where I can have people wager that when the next asteroid, which by the way, we have an asteroid hurling at us right now as we're recording this. So if you're watching this, congratulations, we all made it. Good job. Good job. If you're not watching this, well, better luck next life, I guess. But no, there is an asteroid heading. It's the size of the Eiffel Tower. It's supposed to zoom past the Earth today as we do this. They say it's 1,120 feet wide and made of rock, iron, and nickel. It's probably roughly shaped like a peanut, though astronomers have a better idea of its form when it passes by the Earth.
Okay.
Didn't they just have one of these things that passed closely by the Earth and they said they thought it was an alien probe?
I have no idea. They talk about them all the time. You know, every time you turn around, like, I'm wondering if this story is the same story I heard a couple weeks ago. You know?
Oh no, this is in the last 12 hours.
Okay. But was it reported a couple weeks ago, or was that a different asteroid you were reporting?
That was a different one. That's what I'm saying. They were saying that one may be an alien probe, and they're saying this one may be an alien probe as well. But both of them are supposed to miss the Earth, but by the narrowest of margins.
Which was what? 250,000? Well, not 250,000 miles. That would be because of the distance to the moon. But yeah, how far is how far? It only needs to miss it by 50 miles. It ain't going nowhere. It's only the size of a football field.
Well, the asteroid takes a full orbit around the sun every 11 months. They're saying we're going to visibly have another pass like this again in 2029. And let's see. They're saying that this is called Apophis. And it will get as close as 19,800 miles to the Earth. That's close. That's close enough that the Earth's gravity may change the shape of the asteroid or scatter the boulders on its surface.
Okay.
20,000 miles.
Not bad. It's almost the circumference of the planet.
I don't know. I'm calling BS on all this stuff because I think that all this stuff is interconnected and we're just not realizing the connection at this time. And then by the time we realize the connection, it's going to be too late.
Yeah. Well, it's science night here on both legs.
Yes, it is.
It's science night. Okay.
Yes, it is. And
are you taking the FATs in the morning?
while we're on science night, Let me go ahead and tell you there's other good news that just came out. It came out on March 4th at 7:30 a.m. Earth will lose its oxygen, killing most living organisms. Film at 11.
Great to hear. Well,
Yeah.
it's 11 now.
Do you know when it's going to lose its oxygen?
The year 3650.
No, you'd have to go a little further out. They're saying in 1 billion years we're going to lose oxygen on Earth. Buddy, I don't care.
Who does this math?
I'm not going to be here.
And so many things will change in that amount of time. It can go the opposite way. I don't get it.
Why? And this is the thing that gets me. And here's the dirty news. Here's how it all equates out. The scientists that do these things, they put out these fear things, and this could happen, and this is happening, and we want to let you know about this. They get grants from the government. They don't ever come out with good news. They don't ever say, great news, there's no more global warming or climate change or this or that. Do you know why they don't say that it doesn't exist anymore? Because the money would quit coming from the government.
Right?
This is how these guys make money. Why don't people
also take this story and spin it another way? Hey, guess what? We have enough oxygen for billions of years.
Exactly. But if you act, but if we act like there's a problem because we're going to be out of oxygen in 1 billion years, we need to act now. Stop.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, I'm out of show material. That was quick.
Right? This thing here. Gonna give you a quote, and see if you can guess. Or actually, it's quotes or yeah, no, that's not a good one. Quotes and music lyrics. See if you can guess what they're from.
Okay, I like this.
We're on a mission from God.
Oh, that's easy. That's the Blues Brothers.
I knew you'd get that one. I had no idea what that one. This one's way too easy. Wild horses could drag me away, or couldn't drag me away.
That is a song. The chick sings it. No, a guy sung it at first, I think. It is a song. I don't know. I can't. My mind is blank.
Yeah, I only have source is Wild Horses. So who actually sung it, I don't know. But Space, the Final Frontier.
Oh, that's Star Trek, isn't it?
It is Star Trek. All right, second star on the right, and straight on till morning.
Wow. Spaceballs?
Ludicrous speed! No. Peter Pan. You're close.
Okay.
I'm king of the world.
Oh, that's the Titanic.
Yep.
Did you see that movie, Titanic?
Yes, I actually saw it in the theater.
I didn't see it.
Okay.
I knew how the movie ended. I didn't want to.
I went to go see it to see if it would, the ending would change.
Well, actually, I let me confess, I've seen it twice since then, and both times I've seen it, the boat still sank. So.
Yeah, exactly. I'm walking here.
Oh. Gosh. Wow, I should know this one. I don't know. I'm drawing a blank. I should know it.
Yeah. I know the word, or I know the phrase. I know the diction that it is delivered.
Yes.
But I did not know it was Ratso from Midnight Cowboy.
Yes, it was. It was Ratso Rizzo from that was the Dustin Hoffman character in Midnight Cowboy. Yep.
All right. I got a bad feeling about this.
Ooh. Again, drawing a blank.
We kind of discussed this movie already today.
Blues Brothers?
Yeah.
Okay.
And actually, somebody says this in every one of the episodes of this movie series.
Oh.
Star Wars. Somebody somewhere in the movie says this line, or some variation of this line in the movie. I have a bad feeling about this.
Oh, that's Han Solo?
Yeah. All right. I am serious, and don't call me Shirley.
Oh, that's Airplane. Movie Airplane. That's Peter Graves.
Yeah. Well, Dr. Ruckman.
Yes. You ever seen a grown man naked?
What's your Victor? What's your Vector, Victor?
The hospital, what is it? It's a big building with patients in it, but that's not important right now.
The red zone is for loading and unloading of passengers only. Okay, this is a give me. No soup for you.
Oh, that's Seinfeld, the soup Nazi.
No, the soup Nazi. Not all those who wander are lost. Not all those who wander are lost.
Wow. I probably should know this one too, but I'm drawing a total blank.
Yeah, Fellowship of the Rings, Lord of the Rings movie.
Yeah, no, I need to phone a friend for stuff like that.
Yeah, you got this one too. Leave the gun, take the cannoli.
Wow.
No.
Sopranos, Godfather.
Godfather 1.
There you go.
Yep. Little side note, James Gandolfini graduated the same high school as me 5 years earlier.
Wow.
Park Ridge, New Jersey. Yep. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times.
Wow, I should know this one too. Let me think just a second. Yeah, I should know this, but it's a classic thing. It's a classic book.
Yeah, that it is.
Go ahead. What is it?
A Tale of Two Cities. Charles Dickens. Hasta la vista, baby.
Oh, that's easy. That's Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Houston, we have a problem.
That would be the Apollo movie.
Yes.
Or Apollo 11, I think it was.
Apollo 13.
13. Yeah, I was only off by 2.
Right. A couple of years. I think, therefore I am.
That's a Shakespeare quote.
Discord on the method. Discourse on the method.
Yeah, maybe not then. I don't know.
Yeah. Like the thinker. Rene Descartes. Something like that. Ooh. And then the last one, and my favorite quote of all times. I'm not even supposed to be here today.
Dante. Dante from Clerks.
Yes. Funny as hell.
Yeah, so when are you going to Mooby's? Did you book that yet?
Yes. Okay. I actually meant to tell you all week long. I did book it, and I will be there on Friday. It's the only time available that was like not interfering with my sister coming to town, and weekends were unavailable. So I think it's March. Let me look at the calendar. March 19th, 8 p.m.
Wow.
So we might be doing this remote, or at least me remote, phoning it in, and giving a review of the cow tipper for at Moobys there on iDrive. And it's,
nice.
It's going to be inside of a chain restaurant that is just scattered through a couple different towns. I don't remember the name of the actual restaurant, but I guess that an actual restaurant is going to be the front for this restaurant for, I guess, the 10-day period they're going to be in town. I still don't know if any of Clerks 1, 2, or 3 people will be there. Actually, 3 isn't out yet.
Will they have outdoor dining?
They do have available seating, but outdoor dining, I think I remember reading something, yes, about that. So we will we'll have to find out, you know?
Yeah, I like the whole idea. I might have to, being there's outdoor dining, I might have to make my way down there.
Yeah. We can do this from there.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll do something, I'm sure. That would
Yeah.
be ultimate if we could, if you end up, like, let's say you're there and you meet Kevin Smith and you take out your cell phone and you're like, hey, I want to record this little 10-second thing. Now, all you have to say, Kevin Smith, is tune into the Both Mics podcast.
Right.
Something like that. I mean, that would be great.
Yeah. What do they call it? What do they call it? Not a bumper. Yeah, I don't know. It's got a name. I forget it.
No, I've done stuff like that in the past in the radio business.
Soundbite, yeah, but it actually has a name. Whatever. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Cool.
No, I'm interested in seeing how that whole thing shakes out. I'm interested in seeing how that roadside carnival works out. If the thing's there for like 2 weeks.
Yeah. At least 2 weekends. I think it runs from like Friday to the following Sunday. So that's like 11 days. So
there was no thing saying special appearance on this day or at this time or anything. Because I can't imagine like a guy like Kevin Smith or somebody would be there the entire time.
Right, exactly. Yeah, and no mention of like VIP treatment or anything like that. No special nights, no special engagements.
When does it start?
What's that?
Did it start already?
No, the 12th. I think it starts the 12th and it runs through the 21st. So like I said, it's like 11 days. I'm not expecting anybody, any of the cast to be there. What my curiosity is how interactive it's going to be. Am I going to walk into a place and like, oh, this is Moobys, or am I going to walk into a place and they're going to hand me, a bag that says Moobys with a burger in it?
Yeah, something like that. It looked like little boxes.
Yeah, how immersive is it going to be? That's my my quandary. So.
Well, I'm sure it's going to be as good as it can be, especially under the conditions, But I think it's going to lend itself to generating more interest in maybe another movie or maybe, and I'm not sure they need to keep doing movies with those same characters with the same concept. I mean, take a look at what they're doing with Coming to America. Have you seen this fiasco? Have you seen this train wreck?
I actually heard about it. Was it Lucerne? Female comedian. I heard an interview with her like 2 years ago in reference to it, and it was supposed to come out last year. And anybody who's anybody on, on Eddie Murphy's Christmas card list is in this movie. It's the usual cast of characters and anybody who's anybody in that circle.
But how many times have we seen or heard sequels? And they totally ruin the movie, or they remake a movie. There's a certain element of movies, of TV, and so forth, where you just need to put it away, stop, because you're backwards contaminating things. That's why we have a backflow and plumbing system, so shit doesn't come up through the sink.
Yeah, well, they revisit the well, as you call it, and they if nothing's going on, they're like, this is a guarantee.
We can milk this one.
Yep. This is an accident. It's a payday for them.
Yeah, I don't buy it. I don't think it's going to be. I for some reason gut feel on this one. I think they're pushing it too hard.
Really? I don't know. I think the fact that they're waiting to put it out in theaters is a good sign. Will I go see it in the theater? No. Will I get it from Redbox? Yeah. I think it'll be good. I think it'll be, pretty good.
I'll wait for the review here on both mics that you're going to do after you watch it, and that'll dictate whether I watch it.
Right. Well, I haven't been to Redbox in a year, so, there's been nothing.
I haven't seen a Redbox in years. I didn't even know they were still in business.
Right?
What are you doing at a Redbox? Getting a CD? What's that?
A CD?
Yeah. DVD? What is that?
Yeah. Well, in San Antonio, there used to be a place called CD Exchange, where people go and, exchange CDs or whatever the case may be, and you can buy CDs. They had to change their name to DVD Exchange now because no one buys CDs anymore. Soon they'll be called Exchange.
That happened years ago. There was I'm not going to name who this child was, but there was a child. He was I call him child. He was a teenager. He was in the 13 to 15 range, and he came across a record album, and he asked me what it was. And I told him it was a record album. He said, "What do you mean a record? Like, it'll tell you where, like a bunch of data?" I'm like, "No, this is like, like, hey, you have a CD, you can listen to a CD." Kid you not, the record album went up to the ear to listen to. True story. I know. These are the people who vote. These are the people who are in charge of running our planet in the future. And like you pointed out last week, these are the people who could possibly be looking to care for us and putting us in a home someday.
Right? Why I had 4 kids. Yep. One of them's going to pick where I go.
Yeah, I'm not excited about any of that stuff. Look, here's what I need. I need a place in Florida. Check. Need a little bit of money. Check. Need you to leave me the hell alone. Check. Okay, there we go. Done.
Yeah. Well, I just hope the one that takes care of me is not the one that's going to put me in a wheelchair and roll me down a hill somewhere into traffic.
No, what they're going to do is they're going to... Did you ever see that movie? Gosh, I'm losing the name of it. Hold on. Clockwork Orange. Did you ever see that?
Heard of it, never seen it.
Great movie. You have to see it and understand it's a Kubrick type film, and it's in grandiose fashion and everything's over exaggerated, and there's some questionable scenes, especially at the very beginning of the movie. But you know, once you get past that part, it's a pretty good movie. There's a part where Malcolm McDowell's in the movie, and they catch him, and he's the leader of this crime. These young youths, these hooligans in England, and I guess it's in England. And they capture him, and they try to do these forced psychological things. And one of the things they do is they put him in a chair and they strapped him down, and they put permanent things on his eyes to keep his eyes open. And he was forced to watch these horrific scenes on this movie. And it was supposed to do the opposite, not desensitize him, but heighten his sensitivity to violent situations. And supposedly that type of treatment worked on him in the movie anyway, and I don't believe it. What I was getting at is that's what your kids are going to do to you one day. They're going to sit you down, strap you in a chair, put those things on your eyes, and force you to watch this crap every day.
Would that be both mics on YouTube?
Yes. As long as they spell the name right, both mics, that'll be fine.
Yep. That's why we made it so simple, you know.
I'm good with that. Just again, get the letters right, spell our names right, and I'm good. Yeah, we suck. You know what you should do? You should write YouTube and start a campaign to get us removed from YouTube. I like that idea. Let's get a few million signatures behind that.
I'd like to say we hashtag Elon Musk a lot and see what happens.
Recall both mics.
Recall. Yeah. .com.
.com. Or what else can we do? We can do the thoughts are dancing through my head so quick they're dancing right out. I don't know what my problem is tonight.
We did get started a little late, but
oh, whatever. I'm not worried about that. There's no excuses.
Right.
Look, it's easy. We just got to keep doing what we're doing. We got to talk about nothing.
Yep.
Nothing is everything.
Yep.
Everything is nothing.
Movie quotes for everyone.
Absolutely. So you got any big plans here? You going anywhere soon?
No. Well, yeah. How about that? Last year, we took Xander when he was 2 to the Monster Jam super truck thing with Bob in San Antonio, and it was at the Alamo Dome. He had his little earmuffs and stuff, and he loved it. He's a big Gravedigger fan.
Yeah.
So we figured that this year would be a wash, and out of nowhere,
yeah,
in Orlando, not this weekend, next weekend, they're doing it at the Citrus Bowl, and this week they're going to be at was it AIVB Stadium where the Jaguars play, and they'll be doing sporadic tickets throughout the place, and with Nicholas being one, he got his own headset now. And we don't have to pay for him to go. And when you buy tickets, you can buy 1, you can buy 2, or you can buy 4. I only need 3.
Nice. That's how they get you.
So I bought 2 here, and I bought 1 here.
Yeah, perfect.
And there's no one in between.
That you know of.
No, it says unavailable seat, unavailable
Oh, okay, good.
So I will vote. And we'll be good. We'll have even more elbow room.
Now, I don't know if they're going to do it under the current conditions and climate here, but for in the years past, the event was generally like at around 7, 8 o'clock at night. But during the day, in the afternoon, kids could go there early, and they had a couple monster trucks, and the kids could actually ride in a monster truck.
Yeah, they actually have a pit pass.
Yeah.
And they actually have a monster truck. Believe it or not, the truck they use at the Citrus Bowl is from Claremont. It was right by where I used to live, and if I ever drove north on 27, I would see it all the time. I guess that guy had a thing with the Citrus Bowl, and kids can ride in this. It looked like almost like a size of a bus, but it was jacked up real high. The pit passes, they had them here, but with Xander being 3 and Nicholas being 1, I figured we'll pass on that. We'll save the $50 for the 3 pit passes. When they're older, we'll do it.
7 or 8.
Yeah, at least old enough to remember.
Yeah.
Enjoy the show now, and they'll remember how they feel enjoying the show. And like Xander knows, Gravedigger, and he's got the truck here at the house. He's got Gravedigger speakers, the whole 9 yards.
Nice.
Me and family, like you and Mooby, here at the Taylor household. But it's going to be good. It'll be outdoors this year, where last year it was indoors and really loud. And they have their headphones to keep you covered. And it should be good. I haven't been to that stadium. I've been to the arena next door for Motley. I've been there for Green Day too. And never been to the actual stadium.
Yeah, there was they usually start those shows. If you've never been to one, they usually have like motorcycle racing or what they call quad racing. They usually have that. And I got in a lot of trouble because I asked my wife Lisa, I asked her where my sister Donna was because they were having quad racing and I didn't see her. I know, that was... Yeah, be glad you don't know all the particulars on that one, folks. That's a bad one. Go ahead, at me, Mike_Sofka at bothmikes.com.
Yeah.
I can take it.
Been to the one at the Citrus Bowl a few times. Now, funny, the first time I ever went, I took my older children, who are now older, and they were in high school and probably junior high back in probably 2001, 2002, somewhere in that range.
Yeah.
Citrus Bowl, never been there before, so pull up, and I got my tickets from the employee relations department at Disney. So, cheap tickets, really good price, no problem. Had decent seats, they're upper deck seats. Drive over to the Citrus Bowl, never been there. There's no parking lot. So I park in someone's front yard for like $5, $10. Walk over to Citrus Bowl, get into the Citrus Bowl. Not a stadium I'm used to being, like Giant Stadium or anything like that. It's kind of outdoorsy, no really indoor, no concourse areas. I'm sure it's changed now since they've had the renovations. So we get up to our seats in the upper deck there, and obviously a lot of people around us got the tickets from employee relations at Disney. So there's a guy behind me with a Pluto shirt, he's got a Tigger jacket on, and there's a Mickey Mouse.
I was going to ask you how you knew they were from Disney. There was a delicate question I was going to ask.
Yeah, and it was the garb everybody was wearing, the Disney swag. So we're surrounded by that, being fresh from New Jersey, New York area, down here in the great state of Florida, surrounded by Mickey Mouse and everything else. All of a sudden, my daughter's like, "Hey, I gotta go to the bathroom. Well, let's go down to the bathroom." And it was an experience and a half. It was welcome to Palatka, Florida.
Nice.
Oh, God, we got down there to the concourse by the bathroom.
Hang on, hold on. I just want to cue you in. I'm going to go back in and add the banjo music in later here.
There was so much camouflage and so much blaze orange jackets. It was unbelievable.
Nice.
I couldn't believe that we left the little sanctuary of Disney in section 230 and went down to the concourse, and it was like unbelievable. You know?
Well, you should have went to all those people and told them that the camouflage isn't working because you could still see them.
Yeah, I could. Well, between that and the blaze orange, I was waiting to get shot and thrown on someone's freaking roof rack.
Nice. Nice. I would have paid to see that. Now, have you ever been real up close to a monster truck or been in one or stood next to one?
No.
There's a picture I have of the kids when they were little, and we took them over by in Orlando off I Drive. There used to be a place that was an Italian place, and then it became Race Rock.
Yeah.
And outside Race Rock, they had Bigfoot, which was one of the original monster trucks from back in the 70s. And they had it pulled up there, and they had big tires. They weren't the big gripping tires that they would normally have in competition, but they were still giant tires. And the kids all stood like basically inside the tire. That's how big these trucks are. It's incredible.
Yeah, you could actually see that from I-4 as you drove past. I forget where that truck ended up. For some reason, I think it's at... What's that place called? Oh, over by the top of I Drive, by that mall.
That place with that thing?
Yeah, with the blue and yellow, and they have the go-karts, and the guy who does the commercial in the go-karts.
Funspot.
Funspot.
Yes. It's huge!
Exactly. I think they bought that truck.
Okay, ready? We're both going to do it at the same time because I'm going to send it to him and see if he'll sponsor us. Ready? 1, 2, 3. It's huge! There you go. That should be worth a sponsorship right there.
At least 3 tickets.
You ever been to that place? You ever been to the Funspot?
Yeah, I've been to both.
I thought it was pretty good. It was a lot of fun with the kids and stuff. Especially when they were teenagers or a little bit older, where they could ride the go-karts by themselves and stuff. That was really fun.
Yeah, I took my daughter and her little group of friends 2008 for her birthday. 2007 for her birthday. So yeah, we had fun. I guess it's the top of I Drive, right by that Fiesta Mall, Utopia Mall.
You sure it's not the Magic Mall?
No, it'd be a different kind of go-kart there.
I drove by there by accident the other day. I was on the other side of the town. I had to go down by the Disney area to meet somebody. And I went down to that area, and on the way back, I missed a turn because I was going a back way. I was trying to stay off I-4. And I was on my way back, and I missed a turn, and I ended up by the Magic, or where the Magic Mall used to be, I guess. But there was something there. It didn't look like the Magic Mall anymore, though.
Barbed wire fence.
No, but the thing about the Magic Mall was you could go inside. It was like a flea market inside if it was raining out. But you could buy a suit that looked like it was made from couch material. You could get all sorts of hair products there.
You ever drive by the Magic Mall in this fall while the classic's going on?
No, with the Battle of the Bands in the parking lot there, no.
Did it. Total by accident. Drove down West Colonial Drive, West Colonial Drive.
You stay away from that whole area, Kirkman, all that area then.
I don't know how we ended up there or what the reasoning was, but we were there. We ended up driving by there that weekend, and it was bad.
Any gathering that has that many people there, I'm just staying away from them. I'm not a hey, let's go stand in a crowd guy. I'll go to an event, but I'm not gonna be the event.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Unreal.
You're speechless.
Yeah. Don't put in Magic Ball.
There's a thing on that you ever see that show about the Cleveland Brown, the cartoon? Are you familiar with what I'm talking about?
Yeah, yep. Family Guy, whatnot.
Yeah, he does a commercial, and he's pimping like this Magic Mall type place. I'll have to send it to you. It was pretty funny. Maybe I'll roll it during this. Maybe I'll go back and throw it on top of this. That'll be funny stuff.
We don't get tagged for copyright infringement.
Yeah, whatever, YouTube. You want me? Come get me. How about that, you two? You know, I've already been gotten by Facebook. I've already been gotten by other people. Go ahead, come at me, folks. I'm not scared.
The company I used to work for, I worked in an HR capacity, and I used to do background checks, and I did hundreds, not thousands, of background checks for third-party workers, outsourcing workers for Facebook, for Google, and they're all moderators, you know, and some of them were supervisors and whatnot. But I did their background check, and you know, their resume constitutes, you know, Taco Bell, you know, Champ Sports, you know, Athlete's Foot, whatever the place is called, and, you know, roofer, and also IT moderator, tier 2 for Google. You
wow.
Know. Yeah, they get paid decent. You know, it's nothing to brag about, but it's not minimum wage, and you know, 10% of them have a criminal record, 5% of them have DUIs. A lot of them lie about having a college degree when no college degree is required for the role or for the job. They just lie that they have a degree anyway. So, yeah, it's interesting working.
So was there a category that was graded or checked on, like a social media background check or anything?
No, that's funny. Yeah, that's actually interesting. They wanted to know where you worked for the past 2 years, where you lived for the past 2 years. You graduate college, and if you graduate college, you prove it. You know, they'll go to a place called the National Clearinghouse, where you can go and actually see if someone actually has a degree in what they say. How do you think or not? 5% of people.
So when they lied about their degree, did they still get hired or no?
No. Yeah.
So lying and saying you had a degree when you didn't, that was automatic disqualification.
Correct.
Okay, I can go with that. I'm good with that.
But you know what's funny is when people get caught not having a degree, it's always one more class, just one more class.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I bet.
Not 10, not another year. I didn't go at all. I have one more class to do.
Well, it's funny. They didn't tell me I didn't have a degree when I was at graduation. Why would they do that? Huh? Wow, that's strange.
Across the stage. Well,
yeah.
Anybody can walk across the stage, but when you opened up your little flicky flicky, there was nothing in it except for a receipt. You know, they have if people have a financial hold, they'll get their little placard and they'll open it up and it'll be an invoice for, you know, books or, you know.
And I owe you 1 degree when you return that book.
Exactly. Yeah. I don't know what kind of financial hold you can have. I guess if you don't pay your tuition, or, you know, I don't.
Yeah, that's a whole situation. That's a whole nother show.
Yep. No.
What are we doing? I'm thinking about changing the name of this to 2 Old Farts.
I think that one's covered. I think there might be one already of those.
Yeah, we could do like cartoon characters like those Muppet guys. 2 Old Farts.
Sit up in the balcony.
Yeah. We could talk about how bad the music is.
Where you change the background.
Yeah.
Have the red velvet curtains. John Wilkes Booth come out with a gun.
What we need to do is get some like elementary school person to draw cartoon characters of us with like little fart cubes coming out. You know, draw them out.
What's a fart cube?
You know, when your little kids are drawing pictures and stuff, they draw, you know, to show action. They show like a little fart coming out of somebody. Maybe it's a little cloud.
Cloud, okay.
Okay. Cube, cloud, whatever.
You had me confused there for a second.
Well, I guess theoretically there could be a thing called a fart cube. I guess I don't know what that would be, but
fartcube.com. Quick, buy that.
Here you go. It's like a Rubik's cube, except it's scratch and sniff. Each side has a different smell.
Now you're going too far.
What? It's the fart cube by Ronco. Do Do your kids get their farts confused with their brothers and sisters? Well, we can separate those farts out on the fart cube.
On the fart cube. You have yellow farts and red farts and green farts and blue farts.
Yes. I say we go somewhere with this. I don't even think we have to make the fart cube. We've already come up with the idea. We just have to draw it up and go on that shark TV show.
Yeah. And they say that just being on that show makes your business grow exponentially.
Oh, I bet. I bet.
Yep, there's people out there who, like, they warn them that they need to make sure that their website is up to snuff and on a good enough server to take the hundreds of thousands of people that go to their website just because they see them on the TV show.
See, I got a great idea for a reality show that could be set up right now, especially under the current pandemic situation that we have here. And it could be like a podcast challenge thing, like a reality type show talking about people doing podcasts. And only one podcast is going to get like the golden ticket at the end.
Okay.
You know, there's some sort of battles along the way, like one show topic, you have to do this, you have to have this theme, but you can't say these words. One show topic can be you have to get complete strangers onto your podcast. You know, you come up with different activities or challenges along the way.
Yeah. No.
Buddy, I'm trying to get us more exposure. I'm trying, you know, you got to work with me here.
That's why I'm here. Line me up, let me go.
I think we're running out of time here. That's a good thing. I think we're done for today almost. Yeah. I don't know. You got anything else?
No. We gotta do better planning. More show prep.
What are you talking about show prep? I got all the show prep in the world. I could sit here and talk for hours.
I feel bad though that you're, you know, if you need to share what you have with me, and then I will come up with the rest.
Yeah, but it's going to lose the freshness. It's going to lose the reaction. It's going to be too thought out. I don't want that.
Okay.
I don't want a show where we talk about what we're going to talk about. Let's just turn on the mics and talk.
Not a problem. Totally understandable. Now, here's a little thing that happened this week. As you know, I work for a company that outsources to other companies. I work in financial business. I work at mortgages. And the company I work for, they're not in a good situation with the client that they're working for. And I knew this for a while. And it got to the point where, like, how long can this last that the train wreck doesn't end? So I got hired on in November with this, and it was just bad. It was just no training, just bad. Good thing I know what I'm doing, that I was able to get enough pieces together to become the second best in my team in a matter of a couple months. A lot of people, a lot of turnover, just real bad. And I could just see the writing on the wall that this was going to end pretty quick. This past Wednesday, we get on our little team huddle, little cuddle, and the boss's boss is on the call. I'm like, oh, that's kind of weird. Meeting starts with him talking. Guess what? Our client says enough. So no more client. But this company that I work for is an outsourcing company, so there's another cube they can put me in, and another financial position. And that happened this week.
Wow.
So like being the second best in numbers on my team, I'm one of the first to make sure that there's a spot for me with this new company.
Good.
Yeah. So I, believe it or not, I have a huge setup on my dining room table because this is the office where my wife works during the week. I have the dining room table, and I have 2 computer monitors. I have a laptop. I have a port. I have all my little peripheries and fun things like that I use to get my work done. So I'm switching from company A to company B inside the company I work for. So overnight, they send me 2 more monitors, a new computer, all this other stuff, and I already have all of that on my desk. So today I need to take my stuff and move it back, move it forward and then put the new stuff that I need for Monday behind it. So I could work today and yesterday on computer A and have computer B that came in the mail today.
So kind of like at a concert where they set up the opening act in front of the other stuff.
And they just roll off the drum set.
Yes.
Roll off the drum set, switch the microphones out.
Yes.
Exactly. It was that particular type of setup. So come Monday, I work for the same company, but the client that we work for, I'm changing from A to B, doing the same thing, only different. And hopefully it's better than A company, because A company was just wretched. I don't. Trial by fire is the only way I can explain it. And,
wow.
Yeah.
Well, good for you. It worked out.
Yep. So that's what happened to me this week.
Nice. All right. Well, we're going to wrap it up here. It was a fun time. Even though it looked bleak at the beginning, I think we pulled it out.
Yep. Oldmics.com.
See, this is proof. We can do a show about nothing. This is great.
And that's fun. Nothing is a show about everything. Because we talk about everything, but nothing.
Exactly. Look, Seinfeld had a good run. That was a show about nothing, right?
Yeah, so we'll steal a little from here and steal a little from
there.
there.
Now we just got to get Larry David on board here. We'll be good. All right. Well, look, I like that. I like it. You look like Larry David there. I like that.
I've been told, even though I'm 6'3" and not Jewish.
Nice. Nice. All right. Well, I thank everybody for joining us.
Yep,
you can check us out on YouTube if you're not. You can check us out on Facebook. You can check us out on the website, bothmics.com, what'shotandflorida.com. And we're going to be just about everywhere you can find a podcast. So tell your friends. Get us some more people here. Come on. We want to keep doing these shows about nothing. It's fun. It's fun to do nothing.
Bean pod.
Podbean.
Podbean?
Podbean. Bean pod. I like that. Nice.
Webs.
All right, Mike. Thanks a lot, and we'll talk to you next time, all right?
Next time. Take care, folks.